Welcome to another video, people. I am on the turbo trainer. It is actually snowing today, as you can probably hear as well, so apologies if there's bad sound. So I can't go out, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on the turbo and I'm going to create a video anyway, talk about a turbo, run through a session. I'm going to sort of do some intervals. Maybe I'll do sort of 10 minutes in zone 2 and then I'll boost it a little bit for maybe 5 minutes. Just keep it relatively steady. I'll get some good shots for you as well, so you can see exactly what it's like. And this is a reality, peeps, you know. As much as I'd love to be out in the sunshine, sometimes we be in here slogging on the turbo trainer, so give you a sort of insight into what this session is actually like. I've obviously got my cycle computer, and attached to that I have my heart rate monitor on, and I've also got my speed cadence on as well. Now that's going to go in there, and that's how I will run my session, is from my heart rate. So that's how I know I'm in zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. So it will all be done basically from the heart rate. Setup wise, got to have your headphones, haven't you? The noise gets boring pretty quick on the turbo, so headphones on. If I'm going to be doing an interval and pumping it, I'll normally put something quite hectic on, just to get the body moving. Trusty Aqua. Now obviously it's just a dumb trainer. I don't have a smart trainer as of yet. Maybe next winter I will invest in one. But this actually works perfectly for me, you know. I don't mind so much. I quite like just coming in here, zoning out. I haven't got Zwift up, as you can see. I'm literally just going with how I feel today. And that's how I do most of these turbo sessions, which has worked for me, to be honest. So first things first, we should always be doing a warm-up, especially when it's snowing outside. So that's what I'd normally do. I'd normally just go through the gears and just sort of warm up, get my heart rate to about 110, 120, and just slowly bring it up. I don't come on here and I don't start blasting it super hard. You're going to see me suffer for a little bit, probably. So that's always interesting, isn't it? So let's get straight to it. I'm going to get this warm-up done. Right team, so that is the warm-up complete. I've just done 10 minutes. My heart rate is currently at about 115, 120, so that's all good. Taking on lots of water as well, so when you just start getting on the bike, first 5-10 minutes, I always like to take on a lot of aqua. And it's worth noting, I like to build everything up gradually. I don't really jump on the turbo and start sprinting. But even now, when I'm going to go into my first interval, I do it gradually, I build it up, because it's the first one. And it is cold today, it's about 1 degree outside, 0 degrees. Make sure your body is warm before you just absolutely start pumping it. What I'm going to do is do my first interval. I'm going to do about 2-3 minutes. Not sure where I'm going to get to. I don't have much structure for this session, to be honest. I just wanted to get on the bike and pump some miles. So I'm just going to up it, see how I go, and go from there. Okay, so that is interval number 1 complete. You can see, starting to sweat in here. It's good doing in this gazebo house because although it's about 1 degree outside, it's normally about 5 to 10 degrees above what the outside temperature is. So in here at the minute it's about 7 degrees, so it's actually quite manageable, so you still get hot. I also want to mention, I go off heart rate, but heart rate on the turbo trainer is going to be different to heart rate out on the road. Now it's going to be lower on the turbo trainer, and this is because you don't have external factors that come into play. There's a lot less going on, so when you're looking at your heart rate on the turbo, do factor that in. There are some good articles online about the differences in your heart rate between the turbo versus on the road. So yeah, heart rate's at about 116 now. It peaked at about 145 just then when I've done the interval, which to be honest isn't too high. I'll probably raise it a little bit higher in the future interval. So I'm going to do one interval every 10 minutes or so. I haven't done much the last couple of days, so I'm pleased I jumped on the turbo. I wanted to go out, but hey ho, what can you do when it's snowing? Okay, so interval number 2 is complete. I'm feeling alright today, you know. It's going to be a good session. Do you know what? It's getting dark so early as well. I cannot wait till the summer when we have more light in the evenings. It's coming up to 5 o'clock. It's getting dark already, man. Anyway, let's keep pushing. Okay, interval number 3 done. Pushing it that time. Heart rate's up at 170, so a big increase. But yeah, still feeling good. The legs are feeling alright, pumping. It's cold out here though. Feeling that burn. That burn that feels good when you're doing it, but doesn't feel good thinking about it before you start. All good you can see is, you see my breath is still cold in here. I'm going to keep pumping it. Get ready for the next interval. Okay, so that is interval number 4 complete. Heart rate about 170. I'm going to have another 10 minutes or so for a cool down actually now. I'm just going to call it there because the turbo chainer is making a funny noise. It's got some grinding going on. If you have any questions at all about the setup, about the gazebo's, about sessions that I do, then do drop me a comment below. Yeah, I'm happy to respond. We can spark that conversation. So it's good if you can get on the turbo and pump some miles, whether you've got a dumb turbo, whether you've got a smart turbo, whether you've got the best setup in the world or a budget setup. As long as you pump those miles, you are going to be benefiting and you're going to be pushing forward. So keep pumping those miles, peeps. Keep doing what you're doing. Good session all round for me today, and hopefully this turbo isn't broken. So there we go, that's the end of the session, peeps. That is a little insight into a turbo session of Jordan Coleman. I lost the light, so I had to run inside and get my little makeshift light for recording. Heart rate was peaking at 170. I feel good. I'm going to keep it up, keep the miles pumping outside as well, and just build that fitness up ready for the summer, which I am looking forward to, peeps. So it's been a good one, peeps. Until the next video, self-love and safe riding.